guys, welcome to Crush Carb, where we crush carbs, not flavors. We all have sugar cravings, and as you know, I'm here to help you satisfy those cravings by sharing healthy, low-carb, sugar-free recipes that you can enjoy at any time of the day with zero guilt. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you all one of my popular recipes. So some desserts are classic, right? Like carrot cake, for example. A lot of people enjoy it during the springtime, summer, not just during the fall time. Similarly, I have a popular favorite recipe for a spiced vanilla pudding that my family and friends all enjoy all year round. So I'm going to be sharing with you all my secret recipe for making easy, sugar-free spiced vanilla pudding. You only need a few simple ingredients, so let's get started. So the main ingredient for a spiced vanilla pudding is half and half milk. So you want to use half and half milk because it is creamier than regular milk. So I have here 1 quart of half and half milk, and I also have here a large saucepan. So like a large pot, any kind of large size of a pot will work. You want to make sure it is large because we're going to be boiling this half and half milk. And if you boil milk, it rises and you don't want it to spill over. So you want to make sure that you have a large pot so that while you're boiling the milk, it doesn't spill over. Make sure I shake this before I use it. All right. So I'm going to be pouring this entire half and half milk to my pot here. All right, so now what you want to do is you just want to put your gas on medium heat, and we're going to let this come to a boil. So what's going to happen is it's going to get thicker, and we want to have that thick consistency for our pudding. So it will take a few minutes, so you have to be patient, but you want to make sure that you are stirring occasionally so that your milk doesn't spill over. So my milk is boiling, as you can see. I have been stirring occasionally. You want to make sure you are stirring occasionally as well. And so now that my milk has started to boil, I am going to be adding my next ingredient, which is optional, but I highly recommend it, and that is almond flour. So why I'm adding this is because almond flour has a good amount of protein and fiber. So it's good for your pudding. It makes your pudding more nutritious and healthy. And also it will help thicken your pudding as well. So that's why I like to add this. So I have here 2.5 tablespoons of almond flour. Go ahead and add that. And I'm going to give this a stir. So now what you just want to do is you just want to let it boil on medium heat until you see your milk is starting to thicken. So you want to make sure it is liquid, not thick. But if you start, you can tell the change in the consistency, right? It won't be really liquidy like it is right now. It'll be a little bit thicker. And once you see that, that's when we're going to proceed adding our next ingredients. So like I mentioned, I am making a spiced vanilla pudding. And the reason why it's called spiced vanilla pudding is because I'm adding some delicious spices in this pudding. If you do not like to have spices, you just want a classic vanilla pudding, you can just omit these spices and still very delicious. But the spices I'm going to be adding are going to add a lot of flavor, and it's really, really delicious. So the reason why I love making this pudding at home is because it reminds me of my childhood favorites of those puddings I used to grab from the grocery store, which are so unhealthy, have a lot of sugar, a lot of fat, just a lot of preservatives. This is absolutely delicious, healthy, sugar-free. You can enjoy it at any time. So after a few boils, like you'll see it starts to boil and rise up like about 3 times or so, you will see the difference in the consistency. It won't be as liquidy as it was before. You can see that it's going to be starting to thicken a little bit. It won't be thick, still a little bit on the thin side, but it won't be too thin like it was initially. So that's where I am right now. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce my heat all the way to low, and I'm going to be adding our next ingredients. So first, I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. This is a spiced vanilla pudding. The vanilla extract is going to give really good flavor. Next, I'm going to be adding our spices. So I have here 1 teaspoon of cardamon powder. I love this because it has delicious flavor. Like, it's super delicious. So 1 teaspoon of cardamon powder. And I have here half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. I love this. Again, super delicious. And next, I have here allulose sweetener. So you gotta have sweetener in your pudding. So I love to use allulose. That is my alternative sweetener to regular sugar. So I don't have a measured amount for this when I make the pudding. I just sprinkle it to the point that I get the desired sweetness. So it's up to you. If you like it a lot sweet, you can add more. If you like it less sweet, add less. Totally up to you. So I'm just going to be sprinkling in a little bit in my pudding. What I like to do at the end is I like to taste it to see if the sweetness is good or if I need to add more. So now I'm just going to give all this a mix. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. I can just smell the cardamom, the cinnamon. Oh my gosh, love the smell. But we still have one special ingredient that we need to add in here. All right, I got all our spices mixed. Oh my god, smell the vanilla, this cardamom, the cinnamon. So good. Now I have to show you the best ingredient that we're gonna add in here, and that is vanilla bean. I love this. This will take your pudding to a next level. So highly recommend you add this. So usually if you buy vanilla bean, it comes in a container, like in one of those spice jars, and it will have 2 sticks in there, 2 beans. You really just need 1 for the portion that we're making here. If you're making double the amount of pudding, then you're gonna need 2 of these. So I'm gonna show you how we're gonna work with the vanilla bean. So I have a knife here. I'm gonna first cut the vanilla bean in half. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to get out all of that pulp that is inside of the vanilla pod here. So I'm going to cut this up in half again, just so I can get out all of that pulp. You just want to cut up your pod sticks, and then you want to get out all that pulp. So I am going to use my knife, and I'm going to scrape all that pulp out and put it in our pudding. Make sure you get out all of this pulp because this is all the flavor. Enough, all that pulp, all the deliciousness. You can see that the pudding is starting to boil because I have it on all the way on low heat on simmer. So that is going to do that. All the flavor is getting infused of the cardamom, the cinnamon. Oh, it's so delicious. All right, and you're going to now give this all a mix. Oh my gosh. You guys don't know how good it smells until you guys make this at home. It's going to be one of your favorite puddings. It smells so good. I'm just stirring while it's on low heat. So you do not want to let this sit on heat too much because this is going to thicken as it cools down too. So I'm just going to let it come to like another boil just so all the vanilla bean flavor can get infused. And then I'm going to turn my gas off and I'm going to let it sit in and let it cool. Oh my goodness. You guys don't know how good this smells until you guys make this yourself at home. And I know you guys are going to love this pudding. It's going to be one of your favorites as well. Just look at the consistency here. You can see it is thickened. All right, so it was boiling on low heat to have it on simmer. And I made sure my vanilla bean is nicely incorporated in my pudding. And that's it. I'm going to turn off my gas. And one thing you want to do, because we added sweetening to taste, I always like to taste the pudding just to make sure it has the right sweetness or if I need to add any more. Perfect and delicious. But this is going to be more delicious once it cools down. So we have turned off the gas. I'm going to remove it from heat, put it to the side, let it cool down to room temperature. Once it cools down, I'm going to refrigerate it. And you want to keep it in the refrigerator for, say, about 4 hours at least. So all those flavors can get infused and it's going to taste more delicious. This pudding tastes good cold. So definitely enjoy right out of the refrigerator. So my pudding is ready. I have prepared it the day before. I kept it in the fridge so that it can thicken. I like to just leave it overnight. It's always easier for me. And you can see it's the perfect consistency. It's not too thick, it's not thin at all. It's the perfect consistency that we're looking for. And keeping it in the refrigerator, the flavor enhances a lot more. You can taste the vanilla bean a lot more, the cardamom, the cinnamon, all those flavors and spices we put in here just pulls out so much more after you refrigerate it. I have here some chopped pecans. I love to top it up with some chopped pecans because I love that crunch, and pecan is just perfect. You can use walnuts, you can use almonds, whatever nuts you want to, or you can just top it up with some berries, any kind of fruit that you like. You can do that as well. Totally up to you. I just love the crunch of the nuts. I'm just gonna top this up with some chopped pecans. All right, got our pecans. This looks so good. Now, all you have to do is eat. The best part, right? I'm gonna dig in. Look at that. The perfect consistency we're looking for. You know, not too thick, not too thin, just perfect. Mmm. The crunch of the pecan and vanilla bean. Oh my god. I love this. It's super delicious. I love the cardamom flavor, the cinnamon. Everything just bounces out so good. So delicious. And tasting it cold, more delicious. Like, you have to enjoy this cold. You guys need to try this right now. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Crush Carb. Try this out and let me know in the comments below how you liked it. So until next time, let's keep cooking, experimenting, and as always, let's keep crushing carbs.